Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mondays with Dale. So glad to have you here. This is a call that I've been doing now for coming on close to 2 years. It happens, it's the same time every Monday. And it's, why do we do this call? First, before I start that, I want to wish everybody around the world happy Valentine's Day. For some reason I was thinking it was kind of a US holiday, and then I saw that people from around the world were wishing everybody happy Valentine's Day. So it finally clicked in my old mind that, yeah, everybody knows about Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day to all of you. I hope you all have a chance to spend significant time with your loved ones and enjoy the day. So again, why do we do these calls? Well, the first thing is to create a family atmosphere. Okay, we're talking network marketing here. Okay, network marketing is by far the greatest way of making money that I've ever been part of. Okay, you get paid what you're worth, and because of that, there are a lot of people who get in network marketing and don't do anything, and so they don't get paid. And then rather than admitting the fact that they don't do anything and don't get paid, they just say network marketing doesn't work. Okay, it's a pyramid scheme. It's, there's all kinds of negative stuff about it, but it's not because it doesn't work, guys. It's because some of the people who get into it think it's going to be a walk in the park. And when they realize it requires a little work like everything else, they quit. And then to justify it, they tell everybody it doesn't work. So again, to me, that's the major reason that that network marketing has a bad reputation with some people, is because of the lazy people in the world that just joined, thought they were going to get rich quick, and when it didn't happen within 3 or 4 days, they said, it doesn't work, and they quit. And they had to have an excuse. So again, you have to deal with this negativity on a day-to-day basis. You're going to have days when you're going to talk to 5 people, and 5 people are going to want to join your business, and you're going to be excited. You're going to have days when you're going to talk to 20 people, and they're all going to say no, and you're going to be down. Well, you need a place like this, a family atmosphere, a place where you can come, where you're around friends that you can commiserate with. One way to, celebrate your successes, and ask them to help you on a day when you're down. I mean, one thing in common every network marketer that's ever been super successful has in common when they get up on stage and tell their story is they almost quit a dozen times. Every single one said at one time or another they almost quit a dozen times. And it's not that it was a hard business. It was just you have to put up with some negativity. So we're here as a family to make sure that we can help you with that. I say this because I believe you need to understand what this business is about and some of the obstacles you incur. I could sit here and make everything sound super rosy, but what business is super rosy? We all have our ups and downs. So again, a family atmosphere. This is also a place to keep people up to date and informed. For one thing, our company, My Daily Choice, is growing so fast, adding product lines so quickly, adding new businesses on a fairly regular schedule, that if you're not connected with a group or following up through message groups or whatever, it's very easy to fall behind and not know what's going on. So again, we're here to keep people up to date, keep people informed. And how do you do that? You'll always hear me preach about communication. This is one form of communication, but there are so many ways that we can communicate. And you can, if you have problems, if you have questions, whatever you have, I always want you to be able to reach out and get those taken care of. Now we have corporate support, but you also have the mentorship of all the leaders in this company. So for myself, at this point in time, I always give you my personal information. So if you want to reach me by phone, my phone number is for international is the +sign 1-802-343-9075. Okay, again, that's the +sign 1-802-343-9075. That will get you to me on a regular phone, WhatsApp, Telegram, Viber. So I just giving you multiple ways of reaching out to me. Then if you also, if those aren't comfortable ways for you, I'm going to give you my Facebook address. Okay, join me on Facebook. It's my Facebook is facebook.com/DaleFranklin.378. That's DaleFranklin.378. So join there. You can be friends with me on Facebook. You can watch and see what I do there. And you can also message me with Facebook Messenger. So there I've given you another way to reach out to me. Okay. And then I want to share my screen for a second. And I want to show you one other place here. Right here. This is a website that was made for me by Barbara DeZetis, one of my friends and affiliates. And it's, again, she did a wonderful job here, you know, created Dale Franklin, providing opportunities, shaping legacy. They even made a logo of me from a picture that was taken from my son's wedding. You can see my hair is kind of pasted to the top of my head because it was a very hot day. And I might have had a couple toddies at the point in time when that was taken. But again, they said that looked like me. That was the real Dale Franklin. And so we went with it. So never argue with people that are building your name. So it's here, obviously there's home, and we keep people up to date on what's going on, different information they can look at. Here's a picture of me that tells you some of the places I've been. That's neat, but the important thing here is we have an opportunity blog. We have an area that says, who is Dale? So you can look in to see a little bit more about my history. But the most important thing is connections. And what connections does, just as soon as it comes up here. Okay, if you go to connections, you're going to be able to subscribe to my email list. You're going to be able to connect on Telegram with me. If you don't have Telegram, you can go right over here and you can click on it and you can join Telegram. Telegram is another messenger service similar to WhatsApp. You can join my network Telegram channel. You can join the Team We MDC Telegram channel. You can join the new Win Network Telegram chat. So this is giving you access to places where you can go that you're going to be able to, if you have a question, if you have something you need to have addressed, you can go on there, and there's people on that call all the time. So, you know, if you can't get a hold of me or you can't get a hold of corporate support and you need some answers, go on there. Develop some relationships with people on there. There's a tremendous amount of people on these chats that are great people, and they're more than willing to help. So I want you to be able to know how to do that. We'll come back to YouTube here in just a minute. You can friend me on Facebook. If you didn't get the information I gave you before, you can just click on here and get me on Facebook. You can join some of the Facebook groups, the Win Network's Facebook group. You can join Win Testimonials, which I think is one of the most valuable things you can have, because you're getting people telling you about how well they love our products, about how it has helped alleviate symptoms that they might have had in certain ailments. And you know, when you've been having trouble your whole life, as far as maybe sleeping, or maybe pain, or maybe anxiety, whatever it might be, and you find people that are giving a testimonial, they are so relieved by the fact that some of the things that have been bothering them are now relieved to a point where it may be totally taken care of, or at least it brings it down so they can deal with it, and maybe helping them sleep through it. Instead of sleeping 2 hours a night, they can sleep 6 hours a night. Whatever it is, when they're telling their story, they're so emotional. Many of these testimonials, people with their tears running down their face because they're so overcome with relief and joy because of what our products do for them. So, you know, that's a great place for you to take your customers and your affiliates so they can see how well our products work. And then we have Team We. Team We is Chris Bailey's team, which many of you know from his opportunity presentations and trainings. And here's another deal where most of his team is in Washington, D.C. and the Maryland area, and yet he wanted to live in Florida. So he was able to move to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, live his dream, and still build around the world from wherever he wanted to live. So this kind of business gives you the freedom to build from anywhere. Okay. So again, you'll have access to all those. You can connect with me on WhatsApp. Let me take one little second here about WhatsApp. Because a lot of people on here use WhatsApp. And if you've already reached out to a prospect and they're interested, and you got them to pre-enroll, and they went in and watched the video, and they're still, they're still excited, they still want join us, but they have some questions, set up a WhatsApp group of you, me, and them, okay? And then just introduce us like you would introduce 3 people coming together on a street corner, okay? Tell us a little bit about each other, and then I can create a conversation with them and answer their questions, develop that relationship, and then maybe even invite them on a Zoom call so they can get to know me more personally. And that way we can build the trust and the respect that we need to show them what we have is a great thing. So again, use WhatsApp or Telegram as a way to introduce me to them so that I can help you close their answer their questions and close any questions they might have. The next thing here, Zoom meetings, guys. When we talk about communication, here is everything you need on a weekly basis. You know, there's my Mondays with Dale's right there. You can click on that. There's the password. We have these half-hour power Zooms that many of the lady leaders put together. Great. It's a great half hour. I mean, it's very specific on what you're supposed to do for 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. You can get a lot done in a half hour working with these ladies. We have in the United States, we have our 9 p.m. Win Network training every Monday night, which obviously would be very early in the morning for some of the Africans, but you're more welcome to join if you'd like. We have the Tuesday calls with Chris Bailey doing his opportunity presentations for the African market. We have the Team Week training in the evening on Tuesday. In fact, this week, Tuesday is my turn to do some training, so I'll be on there doing that. You know, then we tell you what's going to happen on Wednesdays, on Thursdays, on Fridays, and of course, once a month we have our Super Saturdays, and we keep you connected with that. The last thing I want to go back to and show you is the YouTube. If you click on YouTube right here, it's going to take you to a library that has every one of the interviews that I've done since I started, and there is a pile of them. You know, not only does it do the interviews, but there's a lot of training. There's training on back office. There's training on products. There's a while back, everybody wanted to know what do I do during one day in my life? Okay, so we did a day in Dale's life that told you what I did from the moment I got up until the moment I went back to bed, and just showed you. I do things like I look to get 20 friends every day. I look to prospect 20 people every day. Well, as I said in this, that's not what your goal is 1 a day, 2 a day, 3 a day, whatever it is, just scale it down to whatever fits your wishes. But again, we have all this information. It's just, there's so much information. Chris Bailey here doing a 2-part training on the comp plan. Again, everything you would need to build your business is here. So feel free to come here and use it. One caveat here, I've had some people say, well, I don't know if I want to send people to your website. Well, if there's a reason why you don't want them to see my website, well, then just come in and copy the stuff and then tag it with your own stuff and use it wherever you want to. This is free for anybody to use. There's no secret hidden agenda. If somebody from your team came on and saw my stuff and mistakenly signed up under me for whatever reason, and we found out about it, we'd fix it. That doesn't happen anyway, but if it did, it can easily be fixed. So you can rest assured I'm never going to steal one of your people, and that again, this is here to help everybody benefit. All right, let's get out of this. See, I told you there'd be more people coming on. So that is dalefranklin.net. Feel free to use that whenever you want to. This week's meetings, I just want to point out, because there's a lot of meetings going on this week, and I'll be a little specific about what's going on. Tomorrow, where we usually have Chris Bailey doing an opportunity presentation, he'll be in the air during that time. So we got Amaka from the United Kingdom, who's a Nigerian from the United Kingdom, who has a 250K affiliate for the African market. She's going to be on doing some training, and they're going to be using, for that one, they're going to be using my my Zoom address, the same one we have here. On Wednesday, we're going to be having a special meeting, the normal South Africa meeting, but it's going to be using, again, my Zoom address, and we're going to have Chris Robinson on there, and he's going to be training all of you, especially the African market, on credit wallet and on CoinZoom. Okay, so that we want to make sure with everything that's been going on with the changes in Africa and everything else, we want to make sure everybody gets paid. Okay, and if there's a reason you don't get paid, it's because you just haven't signed up for the right way to get paid. And Chris is going to go over that, and he's going to explain how to set everything up. So you want to make sure you be there. Make sure you invite all your affiliates, all your friends that are interested in that kind of stuff. Get them on that call so they'll learn how they can get paid. So then on Thursday, we're going to have the usual Chris Bailey opportunity presentation with his address as normal. You know, if any of you have been on those, Chris does a fantastic job. He's going to he's doing these, and spoke to him last week. He's really excited because we've gone from like 18 to 20 people on these calls to 30, 35, 40. So that keeps him excited. You got to realize when somebody's doing these twice a week as he is, he wants to see that he's amounting to something. So the more people who can get on the call, the more guests you can bring, the more it can bring his passion out, because he knows he's talking to people that have never seen this before, and it excites him, and his excitement will come through when he talks to your people. And then this Saturday, we're going to have the normal my 90-day sprint team call is going to be on. Now, I've been running that at noon, and I think it's confusing a few people because all the other calls are at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So this has been 1 hour earlier. I'm going to bump it up, okay? And I'll note that in my presentation, in my updates through the week. But I'm going to move that up to 1 o'clock, so it'll be the same as all the rest. So there's no confusion, so nobody will miss it. And it's, again, if it's 1 o'clock here in Kenya, it's 9 p.m. In South Africa, it's 8 p.m. In Nigeria, it's 7 p.m. So again, that is the one change in time we're going to make for this week, and that'll be ongoing for the Saturday sprint. Let's see. So just to clarify, the Tuesday, the Wednesday, and the Saturday will all be using my address, the same address you have here, and the Thursday call with Chris Bailey will be his normal address. Last thing, Super Saturdays, just a reminder, we're going to have our Super Saturday coming up here on February 26th. So that's a week from this coming Saturday, 90 minutes. Great training. Usually have about 5 to 6 people on their training. So you're getting a lot of information from a lot of people. It goes along quickly. You get to see different personalities. You get to see different training procedures. And I have yet to have anybody tell me that they didn't love the Super Saturdays, because it's fast paced and it gives you a lot of information. So that one's February 26th, a week from Saturday. And then we're already planning the one for the following one will be April 2nd. Rumors have it that possibly Josh Zweigel will be our guest on that one to tell a little bit about what's going on with his new back office 2.0. So that's something that we certainly want to look forward to. So that's enough of me yammering on about different things that we speak about each week, but I want to make sure everybody stays up to date, stays connected. Today, we're lucky enough to have a special guest in Tammy Lynn Yarbrough. She is a 10K affiliate. She's been on this call about 2 months ago, and everybody loved her. And I've had more people ask me to get her back because they loved her. They loved what she told us, and they loved her energy. Okay, so she's a 10K affiliate. She's a natural trainer and teacher. You'll see that when you listen to her talk. She has an incredible backstory about how she changed her life, and I want her to certainly tell us a little bit about that. What I love about her is she's always innovating and creating a new ways to help her team. She has an amazing process that she's using now, and again, she brings it. She brings it every time she comes on a call. So again, Tammy, I want you to take this call. I want you to share your story. I want you to give us some of your ideas on growth, and again, just share your energy with us. I love your energy. When I'm done listening to you every time, I feel like I have somewhere along the way, somebody has just given me a recharge and I'm ready to rock and roll. So Tammy, you on the call?
I am here. Thank you so much, Dale. And it's a pleasure to be here with you all. I thank you so much. And guys, I'm doing what I love to do. And, you know, my story always wasn't a good one. I am now a mother of 3 grown men. I'm a 51-year-old grandma of 9. So ride a motorcycle. I am like not the normal grandma. So, but my story started as a child. I am a survivor and overcomer of childhood abuse. I speak with our Zweigel Foundation, enjoy what we're bringing out of that and helping victims, helping survivors. And I was down a really dark path. Been on my own since I was 15, a very young mother at 19. And dealt with mental well-being issues for many, many years. And at the age of 15, I tried to take my own life. God had better plans for me. God had something planned and in store for me. And I truly feel that this path is where I was meant to be. Like I said, I survived a lot. I struggled. I was on that struggle bus, a single mom, and every day, guys, I just kept crawling out of bed and moving forward and trying to figure out where I needed to be in life, what I needed to do. And my life could have went so many paths, so many paths, you know, with the childhood I had and the issues I had, you know, drug abuse, alcoholism. There's so many other areas that I could have went that direction. And I kept searching. And I kept searching and literally would pray at night and cry at night. God, let me know where I need to be. Let me know what I need to do. I've always had the passion of helping people. And then this oil dropped in my lap. Like pure accident, okay? Because my husband had fallen out of a tree, is like the typical man, sorry guys, but didn't want to go to the doctor, you know, is not one to take medications. And somebody's like, hey, have you heard about this oil? And I'm like, no, you know, is it legal? You know, because there was so much controversy and I rode that path. I helped break that stigma, guys, to be where we are today. And I started taking that oil. And within the first night, I wasn't having nightmares. Like that first night, I didn't have nightmares. I wasn't waking up every 2 hours. And I'm like, it's in my head. It's a placebo effect. This really isn't helping me this way. And then night 2 came and night 3 came. My triggers from my, can I say non-compliant things on here, Dale? I'm not sure.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. I have to be careful with compliance. So I suffer from PTSD. So I was having triggers, a smell, a sound, a word would just literally stop me in my tracks and I would freeze. Okay. And it was like affecting my everyday life as a mother, as a wife, as a person. And as the days went on, the triggers let up. I was sleeping and all of a sudden, guys, it was like this light popped on. Like I came out of this dark room and this light popped on and I'm getting goosebumps because like for the first time in my life, I loved life to the fullest. I felt like I was able to be a better mother. I was able to be a better grandmother. I was able to be a better person because I wasn't in that struggle up here. And that's what that oil gave me. And with that, I knew this is my path. If it did this for me, how many other people could I help just by sharing my story? And that's all I did was share my story, share my journey. And not only did MDC give me that oil, but MDC gave me a family structure that I had never had. They gave me people, they put people in my life that I had never had so much positivity, so much support, so many people rooting for me. And with this company, It's not a matter of people keeping all their successes secret and being like, oh, I'm the top person. No, they're telling you, guys, it's lonely up here. We want you at the top with us. And the system is duplicatable. The system is helping so many people just by sharing stories and locking you in to what this company has to offer.
You know, your story is so real. So, and people can relate to what you to what you're saying, because we all, you know, we all have those dark moments in our lives. We all have, maybe not to the point, to the extent that you had, but we all have those challenges in lives. And you know, when you're talking about the CBD oil, how that helped you, and then, you know, from that, so many other products that our company has, I'm sure you've had help with those
Yes,
too. So
absolutely.
you know what, I know you have a little bit of story about how you came up through as far as employment, and I'd love you to kind of elaborate on that a little bit, as far as some of the challenges you had that you were able to get rid of by joining our company.
Oh, definitely. You know, I had dropped out of high school at 15 because I had to work full time. And I had my first son at 19, my second son at 20. And at 21, I decided, instead of being the typical 21-year-old that's running around with friends and going out and partying for the first time at 21, I decided to go back to high school. And I was going to night school, got my high school diploma. My two little boys at the time actually gave me my diploma on stage. And so I was doing things a little later than most. And I decided in my late 20s, early 30s that I was going to go to college. And I went into the field of accounting. I'm a numbers person. I mean, you can ask Dale. It's like at the end of the month, I know right down to how many bottles I need for rank and how it's like I got those numbers going. But I got led into a world of the accounting world, which is was what I loved. It was what I treasured, but I kept ending up in these toxic environments. And it was just very humiliating. It was very debilitating. It was affecting my mental well-being. And I was working in one of those environments when I came across this business. And that's what is so amazing about this is you can work this opportunity any lifestyle, any time frame. I was working 50 to 60 hours a week in this accounting job. Month end was total hell. You know, it was like life. What is that? I had nothing because it was number crunching, you know, day in, day out. And I worked this opportunity in the pockets of time I had. On my lunch break, I had a half-hour lunch break. I was messaging people. I was sharing my story. I was hopping on trainings and Zooms like this, okay, on my 5-minute breaks. When I'd get home from work, I'd be cooking dinner for my husband with a training going on my phone in the kitchen so I could absorb it, you know, taking notes and cooking. And I did that, guys, for a good year, just working this business part-time, just in the pockets of time I had, to the point where I was able to grow. And my husband finally told me, he's like, babe, tell them to stick it. He's like, you're doing what you love. You're helping people. You're helping yourself. He's like, come home. And that's exactly what I did. And I have been with NBC now 4 years, absolutely loving every moment of it. But it took that time, it took consistency, it took dedication, and it just took the drive, that drive to go after my goals. And that's what got me to where I am today.
How good did that feel to walk in and tell your boss you were done?
Oh my goodness. And he was so rotten. And I was just happy about it. It was like, peace, I'm out. Have a good life. See you, bye.
Well, you know, we often talk about, you know, when you're working for other people, and I have to be careful what I say, because obviously I own a tire and automotive center and I have people work for me, but I will tell you, my people think I treat them very well. But it's so easy to be kept under somebody's thumb, okay? Especially if they feel intimidated, if they think that, oh my God, this person could do my job better than I'm doing it. I got to make sure the boss never sees her. I got to make sure that whenever he's coming in and doing stuff, I can make it pretend that everything that she did was stuff that I came up with. You know, that's the kind of thing that happens in business. And yet with network marketing, we celebrate people's success, because even if, you know, you come in and say I'm a 250K affiliate, and I bring somebody in and she just gets started, and over the next year she goes from 200 to from just getting started to a super affiliate, you know, and she's now a higher rank than I am. Do you think I'm going to be upset by that? Of course not. You know, I'm going to celebrate it. I'm going to celebrate it. And so again, this type of industry is such a giving industry for the most part. Now, I'll admit there's network marketing companies out there where people and leaders who think only about themselves, but they're short-lived, because the average person is not foolish. They know if somebody's in it just for themselves. In our company, with the groups that we have, people realize that we are so happy when our team succeeds. We're so happy when people that aren't on our team succeed, because we know it's going to lift everybody up. And so again, I just want to emphasize the fact that this type of industry to me is the most giving industry you could be in, as far as self-satisfaction, as far as helping other people and getting help from other people.
Absolutely.
What had you ever done any network marketing before this business?
I had tried one other company before this business, and I'm going to tell you, I was very leery at starting this business because of the experiences I had had. I had put in a ton of work. I had no knowledge of network marketing. And like I stated, you know, with that company, the leaders wanted to keep everything secret. So I was on the struggle bus just trying to figure out how to do things. And that's, I think, what really pushes me and gives me the drive to help other people, is because I knew how much I was struggling before. And I knew how busy I was in that 50, 60 hour a week job that I was doing while trying to get my business off the ground. So now that I'm able to be at home, and what a lot of leaders do is we're absorbing that knowledge, we're absorbing that training, we're absorbing things that are helping people be successful and just sharing it with everybody. And, you know, I know there's, like, you showed your meetings and everything that's going on, and some people may look at that and be like, that's overwhelming. But the benefit is, guys, you don't have to do all of that. But what it is, what Dale's doing, what Chris Bailey's doing, Chris Robinson, Jermaine Johnson, Win Network, Sonia, all of us, is we're laying out training so that no matter what time of day, you have the opportunity to get that knowledge, to get that training, to get that love, that support at different times throughout the day. You know, most of you people here are 9 o'clock at night right now, where it's, you know, it was 1 o'clock here. So, you know, what Dale does is amazing, because he's giving you the opportunity to have this experience during times that you can be there. And that's what I love about this, is all the leaders kick in and they're like, hey, we need this at this time. You know, this group of people is at this time. So there's always something. So you don't have to feel overwhelmed, like you have to make every single thing, but it's being fine-tuned for you, specifically for you. And that's what I love about this, is everybody comes together. And like I said, I call this my family, because that's exactly what everybody is. I have not met anybody at MDC leadership. I've been to every convention since I started, including our virtual when COVID hit. And everybody I've met just like literally made me feel like I had known them my whole life, you know, and that's what I love about that.
Well, you know, as you mentioned, the beautiful thing about hi, Michelle, the beautiful thing about this business is, and the way we're doing it, and all the leaders we have, we've created basically an a la carte. Okay. You can get into this thing and okay, you like the way Chris Bailey does his opportunity presentation. You like the way Chris Robinson does the comp plan. You know, whatever it is, you can customize it to whatever you want. You don't have to, you know, I might not be, you know, you come on my calls and I appreciate that greatly, but I may not be your cup of tea. You know, you say, you know, Dale does okay, but I really like the way somebody does this. We don't hold that against anybody. You know, we want you to take what you think works for you from wherever you find it and go with it. You see, I present you guys with a lot of Robert Hollis trainings. Okay. Robert Hollis is not on our team. I don't benefit anything from him. He doesn't benefit anything from me. But the thing is, he has a way of really pulling people in so they really get it. He's so likable. He's got a likability quotient beyond measure, right? So and so again, we share when you find somebody that's doing something you think your people will enjoy, you bring them to you so that you can see it, and then you can choose what you want to do from there. And that's why I record all these, because you can go in and say, oh my God, I remember 3 weeks ago, we had somebody on and I really liked the way they talked about such and such. So I'll go on and learn about that. And the nice thing about the way these are recorded, you know, there's always the part in the beginning where I drone on about the normal stuff. Well, you can bypass that and just go to the heart of the training. So again, we're trying to give you everything we can give you from as many people as possible, so you can choose what you want, what makes you comfortable, what helps you. We're getting up there. A couple other quick questions, and I'm going to ask you to do a little training. When you joined MDC, obviously you start out with the products, and we've talked about the kind of the culture that we have. What other things has impressed you about this company? I mean, there's so much stuff: the comp plan, the training, the corporate staff, things like that. Is there any particular thing that kind of jumps out to you that really sets them above and beyond everybody else?
I think what the number one thing is, they listen. You know, we currently now in our back office have a suggestion button where we can offer suggestions, but you know, there were so many things that people had stated, you know, this would really be helpful or that would be helpful. And with Josh and Jenna, they were affiliates. They're affiliates for the affiliates. So they listen, they know the struggles, they know what helps. And whether it's technology, whether it's products, whether it's our back office, I mean, we know the 2.0 is about ready to blow minds everywhere. They are always taking it one step above. Because guys, I'm going to tell you, when we brought out, just prime example, because when I started, all we had was the natural and the peppermint CBD oil. And so when those flavors dropped, I was like, oh my gosh, this can't get any better, you know? And then they added to our sprays and I'm like, this can't get any better. And now look at us. We have Hemp Mama clothing. We have our makeup line. We have our body melts. We have our spa line. We just keep getting better. It just keeps getting better, not only in our products, but in our trainings, in our back office, in everything they do, they listen. And that's the key thing with MDC, is they truly listen, and they put the items there. They're not just talking smack. You know what I'm saying? They're not saying, oh, we're going to do this for you. They do it. They do it. And if you're not taking advantage of what they're giving you, you're missing out. You're truly missing out. And what is so amazing is we keep adding brands, right? So I'm just going to pick on Michelle. Michelle's like, you know what? I don't feel comfortable with any of these brands, but I love Akashics. You know what? Michelle can be successful with just Akashics. If that's what her drive is that if that's what her forte is, she can run with it. But there's so many other areas. There's something for everyone. So no matter where you are, no matter what products are available in where you're located, there's people everywhere. This is a global company. You can be successful in every single brand there is, no matter where you're at. And
And
that,
you know what I love about that, Tammy, is the fact that we can even be wrong. Michelle could have picked a Cash-X thinking that was what she'd want to do, but all the brands are on her website, and all of a sudden some guy might come in and say, "Oh, body melt's what I want to do," and he could go blow it up, and all of a sudden she go, "You know what? Maybe we'll do a little bit with body melt too," you know. So you know, we can make a mistake and choose the wrong one, and that doesn't mean that our prospects have to choose what we chose. Anybody, they can choose anything they want. So again, and that's happened to me. I've had people that I thought, oh, I've been pushing the HempWorks products, and all of a sudden I find out that they're into the essential oils, and they just blow it up with that. And I never even brought it up to them. They did their own research.
absolutely.
So, well, at this point in time, you've been gracious enough to say you'd give us some training. So the floor is yours. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you so much. And guys, first of all, I just got to say, you know, we talked about me having that 50, 60 hour a week job, right? And so many people come into network marketing and treat it like a hobby. And you can treat it like a hobby and get paid or treat it like a job. You can treat it like a career, like the legacy you want to leave, and that's how you're going to get paid. You know, when you start a new job, do you skip orientation? No, because you're probably not going to keep that job, right? That's what our back office training is your orientation. Am I cutting out, Dale? Because I just
you did a little bit, but you did, but you're back.
Okay. So, and you're going to show up to work every day. That's what you do with this business. If you show up every day and you do your job, you do your work, you do your passion, you're going to be successful. And the 10 things that I wanted to share with you guys today that is going to help you be successful no matter what direction you go with MDC. Number one is developing that positive mindset. When you're thinking positive and you're staying on top of it and you're saying, I'm working towards my goals, I'm going to help people. Don't be that person that's like all about the money. The money's great. The money is your blessing that you get for what you're giving. I'm all about helping others, helping them get relief, helping them be financially stable. And I'm being blessed with that income. I feel that that's my blessing. Make friends. That's what it's about, guys, building relationships, because when you make those friends and you build those relationships, you know what you're getting out of that? You're getting trust. You're getting them to trust in you because you're not just a fly by night. I'm going to friend request you and spam you. I hate it when people do that to me. They friend request me and boom, they're inviting me to a group. It's like, I don't even know you. I want people to trust me. I want to build those relationships because you know what you're going to find out when you're building those relationships and you're building those trusts, you're going to find out what those people need. You're going to find out what their struggles are. You're going to find out what they're suffering with. And then you can be that friend. So that is number two. Number three is developing positive daily habits. Every day I wake up and I say my daily affirmations. I thank God before my feet hit the floor in the morning. And I'm sorry if there's somebody that, to whoever you pray to, okay? But to me, I thank God every morning. And I'm appreciative and grateful for what I have, because I feel when I wake up grateful and I wake up appreciative of what I have, I'm more capable of bringing on that positivity to somebody else, that somebody is going to be attracted to that positivity that may be in that dark circle I was once in, that I could be the light to guide somebody out of that hell that I walked through from the age of 6 years old until I found this company 4 years ago. So that positivity, that energy, that's what I want to portray to everyone. Always be prepared. Always be prepared, guys. Be prepared for that conversation. Be prepared for uncomfortable, because telling that story isn't easy. I've told my story enough times now. My story, My story now is my future with MDC, my future in lives, my future at changing my own lives, changing my own health, my own wealth, and helping others to do the same. Tell stories, guys, tell your story. You cannot tell your story enough. Do you know how many people I've introduced to CBD because of my story? Do you know how many people I've introduced to the sprays because of my story? I told you a little snippet of my story. I didn't tell you about how bad my health was. I didn't tell you about the hospital stays, the doctor visits, the numerous big pharma I was on. So my story has touched many different areas. So don't be afraid to tell your story. And if you don't have one yet, if you're new and you haven't even got to try a product yet, or you can't try a certain product, share somebody else's. Dale told you about Win Network Testimonial. Share stories. Listen, open these. Don't be doing all this. Oh, I got the best products out there. This is the best oil. You're not going to get anything, but no, listen to what they have to say, because you are not going to be able to guide them to the relief that they need or the product that they need until you listen truly at what they're telling you, what they're sharing with you. So definitely be a good listener and have enthusiasm. If you can't tell, I've got it. I've got some enthusiasm and I love sharing it. Because guys, I'm going to tell you, the past month and a half of my life right now, I just buried my mom. I took care of my mom who was dying of cancer the past month and a half. I missed this family, but this family knew me. This family loved on me. This family supported me and gave me the love I needed to carry on. And guess what? I was still getting a paycheck even when I couldn't tune into these meetings, because I built that trust and I built those relationships. Have big dreams, guys. No dream is too big. Know what your dreams are. Set your goals. Write your goals down. And for me, I started with baby steps, okay? Because I was afraid. I was afraid to set goals. I was afraid to set dreams because I was afraid of failure. And when I got that negativity out of my head and I set those goals and said, I'm going to do it, I started meeting those goals. So have your dreams, have your goals, write them down. Write it in your planner, write it in a notebook, write it on sticky notes and put those things everywhere in your house, on your bathroom mirror, on your nightstand, on your kitchen refrigerator. Look at them every day. Because when you're speaking that every day and you're making that mind believe exactly what you're telling it, you're speaking it right into existence, guys. You're making it happen. And then the last thing I got to say is be genuine, be authentic. Don't be a fake. I'm not going to go out there and tell you something that isn't factual. I'm going to go out there and be real, because guess what? Tammy can be professional as Tammy can be, but Tammy can also cuss like a drunken sailor sometimes. Not going to lie. Tammy can have some drinks and have some fun with the rest of them. But at the end of the day, I don't portray that I'm something I'm not. And that's what I love about this business, is I can be 100% authentically Tammy and be successful at the same time. Be that leader that I want to be for my team. But you can't do something or ask somebody to do something that you're not going to do yourself. Lead from the front, guys. That's all I got to say is lead from the front, be consistent, be driven, and have fun. That's what this is about, is having fun. Because my life is now fun, no matter what struggles I may go through and everyday things that everybody goes through. Okay. But at the end of the day, I love life. And I want to share that with everyone I touch.
Fantastic. Fantastic. You know, you brought it. I know everybody enjoyed what you said. You give people a lot of things to think about. And you're absolutely right. Enthusiasm and energy, you got it in spades. You know, if you can bottle that, we could probably start another network marketing company.
I need that energy to keep up with those 9 grandkids. I've got 2 of them that's going to be here in like 15 minutes. It's like,
I don't know how you
Kevin,
do it. I got one 7-year-old grandson and he wears me out. I don't know how you do it with 9. But
oh, I'm telling you, they keep me young. They keep me young.
so, any last remarks before we close out?
No, I just, that's what I want to say, guys, is just give it your heart, give it your soul. Enjoy what you do. Find that passion. That is what made the difference for me, in the beginning when I came in and I didn't have that knowledge and I was like, I just need a paycheck. I need a paycheck. And that's all I was focusing on. And I was getting nowhere. But it's when I changed that mindset to be that person that was there to help other people, to be that person to lead from the front, to be that person to give as much love and positivity as I can, is when my business just like boom, made 100% turnaround. So I thank you, Dale, for what you do. I thank all of the leaders. I know you had talked about the ladies power push. It's every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. And guys, anybody can tune in, and all that's being done. Michelle shared today, graciously shared. All these women in this group are amazing. Everybody helps, but it's teaching you to be consistent. It's teaching you social media. It's teaching you how to reach out to people, because guys, you can do all the training in the world, but until you put some of this stuff into action, that's when you're going to see the difference. So definitely tune in with us Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. Win Network. Oh my goodness. I know there's no meeting tonight because it's Love Day. So they canceled the Win Network meeting tonight. But any of these meetings, I know Sonia's got an amazing event coming up tomorrow night. Everybody is doing what they can to share the knowledge, share the love, and just spread the word about this opportunity and these products. And I absolutely love it. It holds my heart. You all hold my heart. Thank you for letting me be a part of this, and love you all.
Thank you, Tammy. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it so much. You were talking about the calls on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You're absolutely right. If there's no call to action, you can spend there, and we all get caught up in that. We keep saying, oh, we're going to learn some more. We can't get started yet because we got to learn more. Well, you know what? That guy who got started at the very beginning, knowing nothing, but just was enthusiastic and excited, he's already making a lot of money while you're sitting there learning. You can learn while you're building. So,
right.
And so it's so important to do that. Guys, we're just about at an hour. I appreciate you guys all coming on. I want to reemphasize the fact that, remember tomorrow, Tuesday at the same time as this, we're going to have a Maka doing some training. And remember, the one that I think is super important this week is Wednesday, same time. We're going to have the call with Chris Robinson. Okay. That's going to give you some training on CoinZoom and on credit wallets, so we make sure everybody gets paid. It's so important that everybody gets paid for their hard work. So remember those. Also remember this coming Saturday, and I'll post this, but this coming Saturday for everybody who's on my sprint group, that'll be moved up 1 hour, and going forward, it's going to be at the same time as all the rest of the calls. So having said all that, I want to thank everybody for coming on. Remember, you can reach out to me in multiple ways if you have any problems or questions or anything like that. Have a great week. Remember, I love all of you. I want every one of you to succeed. I want to be staying at the edge of the